Good morning everyone, welcome to another dawn shoot. This morning I'm on the cliff path at the northern end of Villajoyosa in Spain, and it's looking reasonably promising. Weather forecast said there was going to be some clouds, and there is a little bit, some quite light clouds up in the sky. Unfortunately there is a block of darker clouds on the horizon right where the sun's going to be coming up, which is not ideal, but hopefully we'll still get some nice light. It's about 40 minutes, just under 40 minutes until sunrise. So I think I'm going to choose my spot, get set up, pick a composition, and then try and talk you through it. My first choice of composition just wasn't working for me. It just didn't feel right. So I've moved around, come off of the main part of the trail onto sort of a little rocky ledge, and I've set up for a shot that I think might work. The clouds are breaking up, so I'm not sure we're going to get a particularly spectacular, colourful sky for sunrise. Still about quarter of an hour to go until the sun's due to come up, so it's too early to be sure. But my gut feeling is it's not going to be that great in terms of colours in the sky. I'll give you a quick walk through the setup in a second. Okay, there's the camera on the tripod, vertical format, or portrait format if you prefer that term. Tripod is on this rocky ledge. It's quite close to the edge, so a certain amount of caution is required. And then in the scene we have some smallish waves breaking on the rocks, and then a rocky coastline that curves out, and then off in the distance on the horizon is Peacock Island, or Benidorm Island if you know it by that name. 18 to 105 lens, I'm at 18mm, and I have a 3-stop ND hard graduated filter on to darken the sky. Currently at f11, and that is giving me an exposure at the moment of about 1/8 of a second. I've put a polarizing filter on. It is helping to make the scene look a bit more contrasty, bring out a bit more saturation. It's also putting about 2 stops of filtration on the scene, which is enabling me to get a longer shutter speed. So at the moment I'm at f16 and 5 seconds, which I'm going to give a try now. Again, it's a 2-second timer just to get away from any camera shake. And now we've blown the exposure out, so we're going to have to try that again. Okay, so I've dialed it back to 3 seconds because 5 seconds was actually blowing out some of the water. Yeah, okay, that looks quite nice. That's quite a nice image. I think definitely still worth hanging on and seeing what happens. But I don't think we're going to get a spectacular sunrise. Unfortunately, the best of the colour in the sky seems to be in the opposite direction. But that's the way it goes. I think I've just about got enough time before the sun comes up to try a long exposure. So I've put on a 6-stop ND filter and I'm shooting at 30 seconds. I did my trick of shooting a test shot at ISO 6400 and half a second looked good. So half a second equals half a minute at ISO 100. So I'm shooting at 30 seconds. We'll give it a go, see what it comes out like. I won't make you wait. Yeah, actually that's not looking too bad. The exposure's good. It's got some potential. It's not looking too bad at all. That's a possible. Okay, the sun's coming up, so I've tweaked the composition very slightly just to account for the position of the sun as it's actually risen over the horizon. At the moment I've got f16 to try and keep the exposure reasonably long and also maybe to get a little sun star, but this lens, to be fair, is not that great at it. And I've got 1/3 of a second, so we'll give that a go, see what it looks like. Okay, we're getting a little bit of blown highlights around the sun itself, which I'd expect, but what I may do now is actually do another quick shot and go a stop lower, which then gives me a good exposure on the part of the sky with the sun in, so I can probably merge that later if I want to. I may not need to. Okay, I've taken a couple of more shots just as the sun's coming up, but to be honest, it's getting far too bright now. We're getting flare on the lens. This morning's not really worked out the way I hoped. I was looking for more clouds, more drama in the sky, not even really worried too much about whether we actually saw the sun itself. Nevertheless, it's been very pleasant, and I may have a shot, I may even have two, I don't know. I won't really know for sure till I get them back on the computer. I think it's time to pack up and head for home now. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. If you have, give me a like. And if you like this type of content, please click on the subscribe link, hit the little notification bell so that you get an update every time I post a new one. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.